breakfast and coffee. Got oatmeal today. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't film last night when I got to camp. I was tired. It was my record breaker. I put in 24.4 miles yesterday. It's my longest day ever on trail, or the most miles I've ever put on trail in one day. It was much easier than the day before, where I only did 12 and a half, climbing Cheoah Bald for 10 miles. Yesterday had just over 2,000 feet of elevation gain. So I was really cruising, making really good time. And I think it was 9.5 hours I put in. It was like, I think it was close to 2.5 miles per hour consistently, according to the GPS. My water's boiling. But yeah, I just want to let you know, I'm going to show you the camp before I leave here. And daylight should be breaking by then, so. All right, I'm just going to show you my camp before I leave it, because I got here after the sun had set last night. It was after 7. So it's right by the Ledbetter Creek, right as you cross 19, State Road 19, and this is where my tent was. And there's a railroad track just down the hill, and the road is not far away either, so this is barely a mile into it. And then the climb begins. See, it's a pretty good spot for camping. I wasn't going to climb up to the Ledbetter Creek campsites, 1.7 miles up the trail, because it's over 1,000 feet of elevation gain, and I was tired yesterday. There's the bridge. I'm going to cross over and start walking north on the Bartram Trail, 5 miles to crest Cheoah Bald to finish this. Then I got 8 miles on the AT to get back to the knock to where my car is parked. So you can see as I'm climbing the views I'm getting. There's the railroad tracks down there and the road. This would have been the better and more primitive campsite that I'd read about, but it was a lot of climbing to get here, and I'm glad I chose where I chose last night, because then I saved the 5-mile climb up to Cheoah on fresh legs. Look at all this water. There's streams, more streams, and creeks galore. Trail comes down, and you cross a slippery waterfall to get to the other side. There are a ton of waterfalls on this section of the trail. This is the most impressive waterfall so far on the climb up to Cheoah Bald. And this is a really tough climb. I've already climbed 1,700 feet in 2.5 miles. I still have 1,400 feet more to go before I get to the top. All right, I reached the old roadbed. Bartram Trail continues on the left there at the tree. And I believe that this road is open in October when they open the gate, accessible by 4-wheel drive vehicles only. All right, real close to the end now. Whew. So once I get to the sign, it'll be the official northern terminus of the Bartram Trail. And here's where it shares some of the trail with the AT for, I think, a 1/10 of a mile. All right, here's the first view from Cheoah Bald. It is a gorgeous day too to end this hike. All right, here it is, the official summit of Cheoah Bald at 5,049 feet. It was 4.6 miles to summit from where I camped near the creek and the railroad tracks not far away from the road, and 3,100 feet of elevation gain. So it was brutal, but you know what? I feel accomplished. Bartram Trail complete, except for the road walk. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the view here. Now, this is my 4th time here. I've always wanted to cowboy camp right there. Last time I was here for a backpacking trip, it was too windy, but I will come back. You see how marvelous the views are up here. Just as good as Cheoah Bald. Well, Cheoah Bald is pretty amazing in its own right, but this is pretty amazing too. So now what I'm gonna do, because the way I did this is I parked my car at the NOC, the Nantahala Outdoor Center. It's at the base camp. So what I'm gonna do, I'm using the AT to hike 8 miles, mostly downhill, to get back to my car, because there is no road access up here. And that was the most easy way for me to do it and the safest parking option available. You could park a car at Cheoah Gap, heading north on the AT rather than going south. I think it's a little bit less if I remember correctly, and both ways takes you downhill, but I think the parking options at the NOC are safer. So anyway, folks, thanks for following my journey. This has been an amazing adventure. I'd highly recommend the Bartram Trail, especially if you like solitude. Has everything the AT has to offer in the southern Appalachian Mountains. But if you don't like solitude, it's probably not the trail for you, because I hardly saw anybody the 6 days I was out here. So, but waterfalls galore, ridge walks, vistas, it has it all. Can't say enough good things about it. So anyway, please like and subscribe. I'll be bringing you lots more journeys. Excuse me. I couldn't resist. I'll give you a view here from the jump up on the AT. That's where I'm heading. Oh yeah.